All right, so for these chickpea pancakes, they're so delicious. I make them all the time. We're gonna start out with 1 cup of chickpea flour, and then we're going to put in 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So we're pretty much just putting together all of our dry ingredients right now in this bowl. I'm going to put in a little bit of sea salt just for taste, and then I'm also going to put in some cinnamon. This is optional, of course, but I like ground cinnamon in my pancake mix. And then I also felt like putting in some ground ginger, and these are just going to really help mask the chickpea flavor, because there is a slight little chickpea flavor in this batter, but really it goes away when you cook it, so it's not really a big deal. Once you have all of your dry ingredients together, just going to give those a mix in my bowl, and then I'm going to pour in my plant milk of choice. I think at the end of this, I pretty much ended up putting in a cup of plant milk, but I would start out with about half a cup and then just see if you need more as you're mixing. So next I'm just going to add in an extract of choice. Sometimes I use vanilla, this time I use coconut, and then I'm going to add in some raw honey. Sometimes I'll use agave nectar too. And then I'm going to give that a mix, and we should be ready to cook after this. Alright, so now I'm going to oil my pan, or you can use butter if you want. I'm using some grapeseed oil. I'm going to put that on my pan, and I'm going to heat it to about medium heat. And then I'm going to go on and pour in my batter and get these pancakes cooking. So I'm just going to let these cook for about 2 minutes or so, cook them like regular pancakes, and then I'm going to give them a flip and let them cook on the other side. And voila, this is the total amount of pancakes that I got from that batter. Pretty good amount. Yeah, I definitely think that's solid for about 3 people. So now we're ready to put together our plate. I'm gonna use some, I would use some vegan butter. In this clip I'm using a vegan ghee alternative because I like to butter up my pancakes. And I decided to add some bananas to mine. I love these bananas, so delicious. And then I'm going to drizzle some honey. I used honey on mine. Sometimes I'll use agave nectar, but whatever you want. Put whatever syrup-like sweetener on your pancakes. And guys, these pancakes were so good. I literally make these. I don't make them too often because if I could, I'd eat them every day. But I make these very often and they are so delicious. So easy to make. I love it. Just chickpea flour, some milk, and baking powder pretty much. And then whatever other optional things you want to add. Way better than any packaged pancake mix that you would buy at the store for sure. Alright, so up for lunch is a tofu salad, and I pretty much opened the package. I drained all the liquid out, and now I'm just pressing it to absorb the extra liquid in the tofu. And then I'm going to cut it into cubes, and then I'm going to move on to marinate my tofu for at least 2 hours or overnight so it can be extra flavorful, but at least 2 hours just so that the tofu is flavored. So here I pretty much just threw whatever I felt like throwing in the bowl. So here I'm putting on some, I think this is balsamic vinegar. I also mixed together some lemon juice, honey, and then some seasonings. And I just put that all together in this little container here for my tofu to marinate in. So now I have my tofu. It has been marinating for a while. And now I'm just going to pan fry it. I have my stove on medium heat, I believe, and just going to cook it until the tofu is nice and browned. And I'm not going to throw away the little bit of marinade I have in there. Once the tofu gets brown, I'm just going to pour that leftover marinade on top of the tofu, and it's going to just further absorb the flavor. So make sure you keep your marinade. Alright, so now I'm putting together my salad. I'm using arugula, and then I'm going to use this sort of cabbage carrot mix. And then I'm just going to add whatever I want in my salad to flavor it. You guys, 9 times out of 10, I'm adding the sesame. This toasted sesame oil is so good and so flavorful. And then I'm going to add some of these coconut aminos, and ignore the smoky barbecue writing on it because it literally just tastes like the regular coconut aminos, which is a healthier substitute for soy sauce. Put a little bit of grapeseed oil, and then I literally season my salads, you guys. I don't use salad dressing too much. I usually just add some kind of oil, maybe some lemon juice, whatever flavorings I want for liquid, and then I'll season my salads and give them a good shake, and I'm ready to go. So now it's time to add on my toppings. I decided to add some walnuts to my salad, and then I'm going to top it off with the tofu that we spent so much time putting together. And it's going to be ready to eat. I mean, look how gorgeous this is. It looks like something that was put together at a restaurant. So for dinner, I'm gonna make some rice wraps, and right here I'm just showing you what I decided to put in my rice wraps. You literally can get so creative with this and put whatever you want in your rice wraps for filling, but this is what I have. So easy and so delicious and healthy. So you're gonna need rice paper, of course. So after you have your rice paper dipped in the water, you're just going to place it on a dry bowl, and then you're going to start placing your filling on your rice paper. So easy, so easy. Right here I have some zucchini. This is just cut up zucchini that I marinated overnight. So just add a little bit extra flavor. I marinated my zucchini. Use whatever marinade you want. I think I just put in there some coconut aminos, some garlic, a couple of seasonings, and just popped it in the refrigerator and called it a day. Now I'm going to fold my rice paper wrap. You guys, I'm not a pro at this. I'm not the best at it, but it's all good because I'm gonna eat it all anyway. And this is actually sort of fun too, making these wraps. And then you have a little rice paper. Isn't that so cute? That is so cute. And voila, my rice paper wraps are done, and I just put some soy sauce, I'm sorry, coconut aminos in that little small bowl dish right there. And I'm ready to eat. This one, it busted open, but it's all right. Like I said, it's not a problem because I was going to eat it anyway, as you can see. So good, so delicious. Slightly messy, to be honest, but I mean, my gosh, it's a winner.